You might heard the news about the passing of the dirtiest man in the world. Amou Haji, an Iranian man dubbed the dirtiest man in the world, has died at the age of 94 in the village of Dajga, in the southern province of Fars. He was so called because he had not washed for almost 70 years and he believed that staying dirty kept him alive for so long. Haji, covered in soot and living in a cinder block shack, was reported by local media not to have bathed with water or soap in more than 60 years. Villagers said he had experienced emotional setbacks in his youth that led him to refuse to wash. According to the region's district head, Haji had for decades avoided fresh food and believed that, if he cleans himself, he will get sick. In a 2014 interview given to the Tehran Times, he shared mainly ate dead animals and particularly liked porcupine meat. He drank 1.5 gallons of water a day, cut his hair by burning it over a fire, and smoked multiple cigarettes at once that was gifted to him by villagers, as well as a pipe filled with dried animal feces as tobacco. Haji was known for his staunch stance against bathing. A few years ago, when a group of villagers took him to a nearby river in an attempt to bathe him, he threw himself out of the car and ran away. Locals in the area all treated him and his condition with respect, understanding that his fear of getting sick was the reason he avoided water. Attempts to bathe him or provide him with clean water made him sad, but villagers did persuade Haji to take a bath a few months ago. Having finally succumbed to pressure and washed, Haji became ill shortly afterwards and died at the age of 94. But, have you ever wondered about how on earth the man that was known as the dirtiest man on earth reached such age? Well, me too. We all taught in the school and at home that we should always be clean so we can avoid sickness and therefore have a long life. But the life of Amou Haji is contradictory. I made some little research about how to get such superior immunity. And these are some of the reasons why some people like Haji can deal and live with all the dirt in his body without getting sick and died too early. Are you one of those unlucky people who picks up every single nasty cold on the block, while your bulletproof friend seems to drink tequila for breakfast and remain mysteriously immune to all ailments? If this sounds familiar, you may be wondering what your friend's secret is. Why do some people get ill all the time while others cruise through life on a wave of magical immunity? And most importantly, how can you join the Strong Constitution Club? Why do some people never get sick? Research suggests that, on average, each individual picks up around 200 colds in their lifetime. But some people seemingly never get ill and don't take their fair share of the sickness pie. So what is their secret? Some of us inherit a set of immune system genes that are particularly good at dealing with one particular virus, Daniel Davis, professor of immunology at the University of Manchester, told in an interview. But that is not to say that you or I would have a better or worse immune system. All it means is that you would deal with a particular flu virus better than me. There is an inherent diversity in how our immune systems respond to different diseases, and that diversity is essential to how our species survives disease. Professor Davis went on to explain that the sheer diversity that exists within our immune systems makes sweeping generalizations about immunity little more than folklore. Indeed, he added, it even calls into question the benefits of all the products claiming to boost immunity levels, such as vitamin supplements or health teas, many of which are targeted at those among us whose health seemingly suffers more. How to not get sick so often. Although science might not support the concept of superhuman health, it is well known and extensively documented that certain lifestyle choices can help boost your immunity and give you a better chance of fighting off the cold that's been making its way around the office. Try these top tips to boost your immunity and fight off ailments. Early exposure in your immune system. It might be a bit late for this if you're an adult, but if you expose your children to certain levels of bacteria and viruses as they grow up, the more resilient their immune systems will become later in life. It means they might be less likely to succumb to certain allergies. This is called the hygiene hypothesis, and is backed up by research suggesting that widespread use of disinfectant, antibacterial products and avoidance of dirt could stop children developing healthy gut bacteria. Obviously, we don't suggest you encourage your children to eat rotten food or skip bath time completely, but do make sure they spend time playing outdoors, and don't worry too much if they come back covered in mud. Exercise and your immune system. The recommended amount of exercise in order to achieve optimal health stands at 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity a week, that's 30 minutes a day for 5 days, alongside 2 sessions of strength exercises. Evidence carried out by Harvard Medical School suggests that regular exercise boosts immunity and improves circulation, not to mention all the other wonderful things it can do for both your mental and physical well-being, so get moving. The importance of sleep quality and health. Sleep has been proven to have a huge impact on the immune system. Indeed, one study published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information found that your chances of catching a cold are up to 4.5 times greater in people who only manage 5.5 hours of shut-eye per night, compared to those who achieve the recommended 7 hours. If you struggle to switch off at night and find it tricky to achieve your 7-hour quota, try our mindfulness techniques to help you sleep. The link between stress and illness. Professor Davis cites stress as the best established link in terms of how lifestyle impacts the immune system. Partially, this is because chronic or long-term stress produces cortisol. In the short term, cortisol helps to fight infection, but when its levels are continuously high, it can have a negative effect, suppressing and weakening the immune response towards potential viruses or illnesses. It's been well documented that stress is bad for your mental and physical well-being, so working on stress-busting techniques will benefit your health in general, and hopefully in turn give you the strength to fight off that nasty cold. Guys, if you like this kind of video, just hit that subscribe button for more interesting information.